Hey guys, so I wanted to do a Chatham House dorm tour for all my Scad peeps, because I know there's like an endless amount of hive tours, but there's like no Chatham ones because it's brand new this year. We're like the first people to live in it. So I wanted to make a tour for all the freshmen coming in who might get placed in here, and also anyone who's looking to live in Chatham House next year or any year after that. Follow along with my Chatham dorm room tour. Before I start though, I do want to mention that every room in Chatham is different. So it's not like the hive where everything is like exactly the same layout, just maybe like on this side or this side. Like every room is different because it used to be an apartment building. So everything does have like a kitchenette, at least one bathroom, a common area, and the 2 bedrooms with 2 people in each one, except for the RA suites, which are just like a studio bedroom, and they're all at the end of the hall. They're in like number 5, I think it is, like on the floor. So I'm in Chatham 803, so I'm on the 8th floor, and I'm the 3rd room, and it also like doesn't go in order like in the hive. It is split in half, so like the elevator's in the middle of the floor, and then you go like on either side, so like all the odds are facing away from Forsyth, and the even numbers face to Forsyth. So this is our living room. We have one of the bigger living rooms in the building, I think. So this is it. Every dorm room comes with like a coffee table, like dining table, 2 chairs, a couch, and like a TV stand. This is how we have ours set up, just like a seating area. And then here's the kitchenette area. So it has the 2 cabinets under the sink, and then you can rent the microwave and the fridge. So the storage is 2 doors under the sink. It's all like one area. It's pretty big. You can fit a lot of stuff down there. And there's also this storage shelf, which is 3 shelves wider. And then this one, which is still 3, but it's like not as wide, as you can see. And then we have like a drying rack on top of our microwave to dry things. It's a little messy in our room. We were celebrating a birthday a little while ago, but there's definitely a lot of space in here. You can reorganize it however you want. We kept one wall naked because we used to have a projector, so we would like project movies on it and sit on the couch. But when we came in, the TV stand was like against that blank wall, and there's like a pull-out drawer in it and a space to like keep stuff, like a shelf. And then this is the lighting, so it's just like the one big overhead. It's definitely not as harsh as the hive or some of the other dorms. It is like a softer light, but we do still have like a lamp, and we have like some colored lights in here too, just to make it vibey. So then from the living room, the bedrooms are right here. And then you come this way, and our bathroom is right there. So we only have 1 bathroom, but some people have 2 bathrooms, so I'm very jealous of them. This is our bathroom. It's pretty spacious. Unlike the hive, it is all just in one room. So in the hive, it comes with like a little sink area, a shower area, and then like the toilet. But in Chatham, it's all in one room. So there's 3 on each side, and then there's like this weird slanted one, which like can't really store anything, but we use it to save our legs. There's 1 towel rack here, there's a hook on the door, and then there's another one right there. And then there's the toilet and the sink. So for storage for the sink, there is like a door, which we keep our cleaning supplies and extra toilet paper in. Then there's 4 drawers in each one, and one of them is a little bit bigger. This one's mine. I have a smaller one, so I don't keep that much in it, mostly because I do my makeup in my bedroom. So this just has like toothbrush, some face wash stuff, makeup wipes, Q-tips, and like heat tools. And then we also keep our dehumidifier in here because the like fan up top doesn't work very well. So this kind of helps clear up some of the steam faster, and also it is the South. So it does get very humid. So we just keep it in the bathroom because that's the most humid space in the entire dorm. So this is my room. This is my side. That's my roommate. She's currently at home visiting her parents for the weekend. So one thing about Chatham compared to the Hive, it is set up like the bedroom itself in mostly the same way. You have 2 beds, 2 dressers, 2 desks. You do not have a bedside table. So if you have stuff or are planning to put stuff in your bedside table or under your bedside table, you do need to find a new spot for that. The bucket that I had under my bedside table is now just up there. I didn't have anything above my dresser before, so I put a lot of stuff up there that I was planning on keeping inside my dresser. And then the desk drawers here do actually have a drawer in them, but it is so small. It's very shallow and it doesn't go like all the way. It's just a little bit in it. It's very deceiving and it is not as deep as the bedside table from the Hive. Another big change is that the windowsills are a lot wider. So you can keep a lot of stuff on them, whereas in the Hive, you could not really keep that much stuff on. So as you can see, we all have a lot of stuff, like a mix between functional and decorative. And then you can also hang stuff on the side of it. I have a little Scad sign. And my first roommate of the year, Abby, who is in Lacoste, had a bunch of posters hanging up in there. Another change is that these beds can lift up and down. So in the Hive, it was only so tall. But in Chatham, you can lift them up and down. So mine's pretty high. It's really messy under here, so please excuse that. But I do have a lot of stuff stored under here. A bunch of bins that can stack really high. I have one of these 3 tiered ones under here, and there is space on top to even put more stuff on top of it. So you can get it pretty tall. My bed is as tall as it gets. It is kind of annoying to get up and down. The mattress topper slides off a lot when I get down. It just shifts around in the fitted sheet, but you can fit a lot of stuff under here. One other thing that I think is important to note and to plan for is the beds. Besides being able to raise and lower them as you please, there is a gap next to them. This comes out, so you have to put the bed on a little bit of an angle, or you have to shove something in this space. So I have the body pillow, but as you can see, there's a pretty big gap. When you're trying to raise the beds, it is very hard and it is very loud. So it's definitely something that has to get done as soon as you move in, if you want it to be done. When we moved in on the first day in September, you could just hear people above you, below you, on either side of you, banging on them. The key to it is to take the bed and flip it upside down so that the top is over, because there are little hooks that hook over these little bars. So right here, there are these little bars that you can see, and then this thing hooks around it. You can't really see that, but there's lots of different layers. And so because it hooks, the easiest way is it hooks over it. I guess you could bang it down, but then as soon as you get one, the other one will probably fall back into it. So the easiest way we found was to flip the entire bed over. So we had to take the desks and move them all onto one side of the room, flip the bed over, and then bang on it. We took a towel and covered it, then took a hammer and banged on the metal part. And you bang on it until it falls down. That you do the head, and then the foot and the foot. And then you have to take the thingy, the head and the foot of it, and pull it so that the thing is just there. And then you flip everything back over again, 3 individual pieces. And then you put the head and the foot, and you then put it on top of whichever rung you want. And you do it on one, on the head, and then you do it on the other, on the head, and then you match it up on the foot and the foot, and you have to pound on it a little bit, but it's definitely easier than getting it undone. So that is the best strategy we found. It is loud. Do not do it in the middle of the night. Your neighbors will hate you. Do it when you're first here so you have your parents aren't coming. go make friends with everyone on your floor and see if anyone has a hammer. Pack a hammer when you come. Bring your strong friends and help you bang it out. We tried to do it without a hammer. We had 4 girls jumping on top of it. It did not work. You need a hammer. You need someone who is strong enough to bang it out. Another big thing is the dresser. Just on first glance, you can see that it is different from the hives, like dorm tours that you've probably seen there. So there are the 2 drawers, which in the hive, the first side, like the one side, goes from the top of it, I think all the way to the bottom, and it's like a lower hanging one. And then this one goes from here to here, and there's only drawers like on half of it. So this one is different, clearly. There's 2 drawers. You can fit a lot of stuff in them. Definitely more convenient drawer-wise than the hive was. They are maybe as deep, maybe a little bit not as deep, but they are wide. They go across the whole thing, so you can fit a lot in it. And then the inside, it's a little bit messy in here, but the inside, the thing goes like all the way across, and there's no longer one or shorter one. It's all the same. So that was definitely a shock that when I came from the hive, I was just planning on keeping everything in my closet the same, but I obviously could not do that because it is completely different. So this top like shelf is not big enough to fit one of these in. One of the basic felt cubes from Target will not fit in the top of this shelf. I just want to let you all know because I was in my head planning it and I was like, okay, if there's a shelf on top, I can put 2 of my cubes in it. They do not fit. They are too tall. If you can find ones that are shorter, yeah, that works. And then I also have like this one in it, which is not very tall, just like keep some stuff in. And that fits in perfectly, and there's still space on top. So what I did was I keep all of my boots like up here, and then I do have like a hanger, like a shoe hanger on the side. I had to cut it because this is like a full length one, and we have the mirror on the back of the door, as you can see. So I didn't want to put it on the back of the door. I wanted it in my closet. So this is like 1, 2, 3, 4. It came 4 across. I forget how many up and down, but I had to cut it because it was too big. So I cut it down to 3 across, 4 up and down. So you can fit a few pairs of shoes in there. But then I have all my boots and like clunkier shoes up there. And then I have 2 other shoe storage places under my bed. I have like one of the felt buckets that just holds all my like sandals, heels, stuff like that, and then just like a small shelf that can fit like 3 pairs of shoes on it that just have like slippers and like my running shoes on it. It's definitely the biggest change, I think, coming from the hive, especially because we didn't know what any of them looked like coming in. We didn't see pictures until a few weeks before we moved in, and they didn't show us the inside. They just showed us like a very staged like dorm room. There are 14 floors in Chatham, 1 through 15, because there's no 13th floor because that's bad luck. One other thing I wanted to throw in the video, Chatham does not have parking, so you cannot get a parking pass if you live at Chatham. It is in the absolute middle of Savannah, so you can walk everywhere, and there is lots of street parking, so you can technically bring your car. You just can't get a Scad parking pass. There's lots of free street parking. It's not that hard to find it. Can be a struggle on street cleaning days because you can only park on one side of the street. And then this may be common knowledge, but just in case it isn't, the only mailroom for on-campus students and residents is the mailroom that is right next to the hive. So you cannot ship anything to Chatham itself. You have to do it to the mailroom. Unless it is Amazon, and there is an Amazon locker in the garage, which is only used for students' bikes and faculty cars for the people that work in Chatham and in the Deloitte building, I think it's called now, right next to it. So you can send Amazon packages to Chatham in the locker if there are spots available, but you can't send like normal mail. You have to do that at the mailroom by the hive. So good luck. to everyone with their housing. Like, comment, you know, the whole shebang. Watch my other videos. I have a lot of Scad info, day in my lives, weekend recaps, stuff like that. So go enjoy, have fun on my page. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.